Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second season. I can't remember the episode number, if it's 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Of the Custom Culture Rodcast, brought to you by Old School Rods and Car Culture Deluxe magazines. We are here at Murpho's Rod and Custom Shop in Buda, Texas. It is a scalding 107 degrees outside with about 200% humidity because everybody's melting. Anyway, I'm Double Deuce. Murpho, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, Deuce. I am thrilled to be here again. I'm feeling much better now that I've been inside in the AC for a minute and out of dew land with metal stuck to my arms on my dew thing. I don't know how I smell, but I'm here and I'm ready.
Lucky for you, it's allergy season. I can't smell shit, so we're okay. We're all right. And we are here with Miss Shelby, who does everything around here. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can smell Murph, and I just want to say it's pretty foul.
Right.
Right.
Well, you're welcome.
There's no smell-o-vision on this thing.
And now I'm just embarrassed, but I want to say thank you, Shelby.
Hello.
For being
thanks
here.
for having me, guys.
Our
We've
special
had
guest.
to
Special
twist
guest.
your arm a little bit, but you're doing an amazing job, and I think you are having a good time.
I think I'm stuck here. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
She's
sorry,
doing man stuff.
I'm doing man stuff. All right, so sorry to disappoint world, but I probably emailed you. I'm not a man, and I'm here to stay. So yeah, I'm gonna be on the podcast now.
So I'm going to skip over all of the things that Shelby does actually and just go to the crown that she wears, because she is a full-blown publisher and she publishes both of these magazines, which is why we're here and this is what we're talking about. And so I have to give credit where credit's due. Wah. And thank you, Shelby, for all that you do. You're doing an amazing job.
Thanks.
And we're having a good time.
Yeah, we're having a great time. Thanks for manifesting all this out of nowhere. It's great. We love it.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and Double Deuce, very tall, beautiful man across from us.
Baby, I've been called a lot of things.
For our guests on the phone, he is the best. So just be prepared. There's a lot of goosebumps.
Right.
There's a lot of goosebumps in this
goosebumps.
process.
We do need the goosebump cam.
I can't help it.
We do need a goosebump cam. Sorry,
We
we're
do.
adding a third camera to this.
I can't help it. I look at, talking to the guests and talking about their passion of cars, and I love cars and bikes and everything, but I can't help it.
Yeah.
I spend half the time rubbing my arms on this thing.
I think it's fair to say that all of us involved and our guests are so consumed into custom culture, into hot rods and customs that we just get goosebumps when we talk about what we do.
It's true.
And who are our guests?
I was just gonna say, and we are lucky enough today to have the world famous, and I wish I had a drum roll because that would be rad. There it is. The world famous Kyle Martin. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
Did you like that intro? I guess we didn't
That's
like
a
the
yes.
intro.
That's a yes.
Thank you. Beautiful second guest that we'll get to.
I was just about to get there, man. I want to say hello to Kyle, and we also have his beautiful wife, Trisha Martin, on the line. Are you there as well, Trisha?
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm here. Thank you for the introduction. Very nice.
You are very welcome. We are delighted to have you both on the show, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
To be here.
friends.
I ran into them. I think we both ran into them in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Viva Las Vegas.
And thank you guys so much for all your support and for being here to do this. We had talked about doing this in Vegas, and I've been looking forward to it for a minute. And I know it's going to be a great episode. They are immersed into custom culture. We've done stuff with both of them independently, and I don't want to steal any thunder here. So, Deuce, I think we'll just kind of get into, Kyle's feature without further ado here.
Right. Yeah. He is on the Car Culture Deluxe magazine. It is, where's the thing?
100. It's the anniversary.
That is the anniversary one. That's what I was thinking. We're in episode. Issue 100. It's been a long day.
So
too hot.
So the 100th, the anniversary issue of Car Culture Deluxe, was a really big thing for us in Murpho's publishing land, primarily for the fact that the cover is Sabina Kelly, and Sabina has been a longstanding supporter of our culture and the magazine in particular. I believe that she is the first to say that she got her start, really her intro into her world and pinup from this magazine. it was what launched her career and what gave her the biggest opportunity to become who and where she is today. And having said that, I believe also is her 4th cover with the magazine. And what is absolutely amazing, Deuce, is the fact that Miss Shelby shot this cover.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another one.
It's me. Yeah.
Was that your first cover shoot?
Yeah, because Raquel Reed was actually 102. We shot that in Fort Worth. And okay, as a little baby pinup growing up in this world, to be like, hey, you're shooting Sabina Kelly and it's going to be a cover and we're doing it in like 2 days. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not dying, but yeah, I'll deliver. Let's see what happens. Meet Sabina. And then happens, that's actually Mr. Cartoon's car that he built for his wife for a wedding gift on top of that. And then that Netflix documentary was coming out and I'm like, it's fine. I'm gonna deliver. It's gonna be beautiful. We'll make it happen. And it worked out.
So, and Kyle, you appreciate this, like having to fix cars. We go to do this shoot and we go to Mr. Cartoons and we're at his house and he's gone, he's tattooing or he's on TV or something. And we're like doing the thing and the car doesn't start. I'm like,
of course.
At like
Yeah.
4:30, like fear for photographers. There are so many hours in the day.
And my car builder comes out of me and like triggered. Oh, like what's wrong? Okay, electrical, fuel system. I'm like going through the list. Like, what are we gonna do here? I have to make this car run. I have no time. We got the car to get them to the Greek, whatever. We got the car there.
Got the car there.
And no pressure. Sabina, right? The sun is going down.
Sun is going down.
Yeah.
Location was spotted like 2 hours. Granted, we are people that are organized. We're on the ground. We're coming from Texas most of the time. So everyone thinks we're in California. We're not.
No.
So the time difference, everything. And then we're like, okay, we have to find this location. Oh, and it's Sabina Kelly. And it's Mr. Cartoon. So me internally dying, but we're going to do it. We're going to manifest it. It's going to happen. It's happening. The car stalls. And I'm like, nope, we don't have time for this. We're going to keep going. And then we kept going and it worked out.
Nope.
Yes. It was amazing.
So thanks.
It was amazing.
It was so good. Sabina is the best also. She is a critical part of our team now. She's day-to-day content manager. She's crushing it. Love her.
So very early on too with the magazine, we had this idea that what would be really, really cool is if we were able to take the magazine and use it as a resource to put spotlight and credit onto people who are upcoming in the industry and take it from kind of being a good old boy network and kind of doing laps doing this.
Right.
Making big people bigger.
And so we started this thing where we're going to do like a builder profile or artist feature, so to speak. And we have Kyle in here. It was one of the earliest ones. And Kyle, man, what was that like, dude, to be featured in a magazine with this type of spotlight?
Well, you guys know me. I'm always pretty humble. So any feature, any sort of spotlight shined on me is amazing. I appreciate it. But it's I always am going to have the imposter syndrome. I don't know. It's always hard to take compliments. It's just part of my personality, but I do appreciate everything you guys do. And I do want to real quick just thank you guys for keeping car culture alive, as well as print for however much longer we can.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a true passion for us. It's why we're here. It is what drives us to create. It's what drives us to keep this opportunity going for people like you and the like, to have the opportunity to be in print, and it immortalizes and it captures the culture and the people in the culture for all time. Unlike social media or Instagram or what have you, where it's like fleeting and
it's just boom, it's gone. It's there, it's gone.
Yeah. You're like sharing the community with your community too.
Right.
Like it's not just like, hey, I liked your post. Cool. We started following each other. Like it's transactional. It's like, hey, these are our people in our tribe. And like we all personally know you guys from going to shows and like been able to work with you. And I think that connection hopefully shows through in the print is like we actually do care and we are investing time.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's really what it's all about. I mean, that's what drives us. That's what the passion is. And,
Absolutely,
you know, like Kyle was saying, is it the case that print, you know, dies and it goes away and we don't do this anymore? We certainly like hope not. And this is why we're talking about it. And my thing always has been like, I hope that we can do a good enough job and hang on long enough to where what is old becomes new again, because that certainly is the trend in the world, that things that you thought were yesterday or that were going to die all of a sudden become the thing that everybody wants. And like when you look at vinyl in particular,
huge.
and
Right.
you look at like the downloads with you know MP, well, I don't know how you call these files, 'cause I'm not technical, but look, I happen to know that vinyl is
The
bigger
file.
than digital. I know this. I know that the revenue driven from vinyl now is bigger than digital.
Huge, yeah.
And if vinyl can hang on and be something that's collectible, I have no doubt that magazines, especially for car people who love to see their own stuff in print laid out on a table, immortalized forever, and save those things forever, is going to be a thing that is, I believe this is going to be intangible and forever.
Right. I agree. You know, and
Yeah.
and for what you guys are doing and being in magazines and stuff, it's good for your kids to be able to see, and then eventually their kids and their kids. You know what I mean? Like turn around and go, hey, check this out. Where like Murph just said, it's tangible. It's there, man. You know, you got it. Like Trisha, I know that I was looking at one of the old episodes or old episode. I keep saying episodes. One of the old.
This is actually one of the
Cover.
very
Covers.
first. This is one of the very first covers that we did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Back number 95, back in August of 2019, where you're on there with your comment, that 62 comment, and it's just like, how did you feel being on that thing, man?
Well, it's hard to put into words, especially since I've been a big supporter of the magazine since, I don't know, the early 2000s, probably. I have a lot of the older issues still. And the fact that I've had my car since 1997, that's when I got it. And it's been a part of my life for so long. And having been in the pinup industry for quite a while, having it featured on the cover with me, it was just mind-blowing. I remember when I got told by the Murphos that I got the cover, I actually ran into them at the casino in Viva Las Vegas. I was walking through, and I didn't know, they just bought the magazine or whatever. And they stopped me, and it was just one of those things. I was floored. I literally started crying. I know it sounds sounds so silly, but I did. I started crying because it was just such a surreal moment for me. And that's something that I can't really put into words, and thank you guys enough for. It's mind-blowing.
That's awesome.
No, I really appreciate that, Trisha. It meant a lot to us, and I think that it was an amazing story in and of itself, and the fact that you have been supportive and being immersed in the culture for so long, and then to have a girl power who
side note, she's not a hood ornament either. She's a working pinstriper, very talented.
Right.
Like she's not there to be an
Thank
accessory.
you.
This is her car.
her car,
And she's gorgeous.
And
And
this
by
is-
the way, she'll strip her car
and this is what
for a very
makes
high
the
price.
story,
'cause
and
she
this is
values
what
her time and energy.
makes the cover so special.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
But that was a given, right? Like at the
Yeah.
beginning, like of course Trisha would this is the culture. Trisha is the culture. Like
Right.
yeah, duh.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I've pretty much lived this life for I don't know how long. Like I think I was probably a senior in high school when I discovered my personal style and what you guys see. Like I said, I got my car in '97, so I was in high school, so that gives my age away.
Right.
You look
But,
great.
I mean, obviously, it's not. When I got it, it didn't look like it does now. It was just a bare shell of a car, and it was beige and just hideous. So, but yeah, Kyle ended up painting it for me. I think it was probably 2018, or the beginning of 2019. He painted it for me, and we revealed it at what show was that? Do you remember? I think it was probably. Was that Midnight Mass or Billet Proof? I can't remember, but
Yeah, I think probably Midnight Mass, and then we took it to Grand National
Yeah,
into the Suede Hall. Yeah.
That was the first indoor show my car has ever been in, so that was pretty special that year. 2019 was a pretty big year for my car and myself, so
That's
it's
awesome.
a little bit of pride.
It looks amazing. It looked
Thank
amazing
you.
then, and it looks amazing now.
I think that's actually so on the builder feature in the CKD 100 issue that we're talking about. So just for visual, Trisha's comment is in there, but I think that was a Suede Palace Grand National Roadster show. Was that 2020? Because that was like pre the beginning of the end, or was that 19?
It was 19, I believe,
Okay.
or no, I'm sorry. It was 2020, first part of 2020. You're right. Yes.
And then, Kyle, is that your daughter? Is this maybe?
With
Yeah,
me.
that's his daughter Lexi, and
Nice.
that was at so sweet. That was at Sacramento Autorama, I believe.
Yes.
That photo of him. Yeah.
What did you
And
win?
then-
That's a huge award, my friend.
That was Steve Pierce. He's a friend of mine. He's out at Napa as well, and he's a barber by trade, but he's always been able to put together really nice cars, and that was his 40 Buick named Pamela that I was lucky enough to be able to finish body work. Somebody else had started the body work. I was able to finish it with some help and put the paint job on it and do the finish work on it. And it was a pretty amazing day because he won the Custom De Elegance Award in Sacramento, which is a pretty prestigious award. So.
Big time, yeah.
That's
big
a
game.
big.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, right?
Big
there,
deal.
man.
Yeah.
And by the way, that blue on that car, it looks beautiful. Look at the light that hits that thing in the magazine, man. To say that, I mean, it shines. It's stunning. You did an amazing job. That's a beautiful car,
Thank you.
man. Next time you talk to that cat, you let him know that I dig that car. I want to see Pamela.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. No, he did an excellent job. And Steve works out of his own garage. He takes things to a point, and then he's also intelligent enough to know, okay, I've reached the end of my skill set. It's time to hand it off to somebody else, and then bring it back and finish it and everything. And he's just he's an excellent builder, and he's a home style builder. So all that mixed in to win that award was for him was pretty amazing. You know, when you're competing with really top quality, high end cars built by top quality shops and everything, and for him to be battling it out in that realm was pretty amazing. So it was a pretty special day for us.
It's badass. I don't know if it was mentioned, but I think that it was the same day. It was the America's Most Beautiful Custom Award.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is
I'm sorry. That is the award.
That was the award. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
The award.
No being bashful here, Kyle Mark.
it did win a couple of awards at the same time that day. I don't want to overlook the big one because that is badass.
He did.
Kyle is very, very humble, so I'm gonna start tooting his horn for him.
Yep.
He's been involved with some
Hi, Kyle. It's us.
amazing builds, and I have had the opportunity when I've made it to NorCal a couple of times to see some of this stuff in person, and it's amazing, dude. You do amazing work. You're a tremendous artist, and I want people to know that it is on the highest level, and that you are out of the box and you pay it forward. You do so much for the culture. I know also that you teach and that you help folks out there to get into lane and learn things. And this is very important. We talk all the time about how to get people involved in the culture.
We have one of your people.
We do. And
we will never give him back.
yes. So
Good.
So I'll share on a
Very
personal
gentleman.
from our shop, from Murphy's Rods and Customs here in Texas. We have the great pleasure of having David Nieper
There we go.
In our shop, and I know that this was both a Kyle and a Trisha thing that pushed to help make this happen, and I'm going to thank you all again from my heart for looking out for me and doing this.
Yeah, no problem. We love
You're
David. He's a tremendous worker, and yeah, Kyle taught him how to do a lot of the skills he has right now.
So he is a very hard worker. And I don't know who I'm going to piss off now when I say this because I keep saying it. He's from California. And he has drive. And I don't know what it is.
Also, do you teach people how to be humble? Because I also noticed that with David.
Right.
You know,
Is being humble part of the lesson?
I don't know if I can teach that, but I know people of similar mentalities tend to gravitate towards each other.
Okay.
So,
Well, you're doing great.
yeah, David Neefer was even when he was at Wyotech, he had drive. You could see it in him, and anytime I could help David or give him a little extra or whatever, you know, he was always there to eat it up. So so that's definitely that was in him, you know, no matter what. And then his humbleness is it's just another part of his character. So I'm glad he's working out though. That's awesome.
So Deuce, I will tell you on a personal from me that I gravitate towards people who are humble. Much more so than I gravitate towards people who want to let me know how awesome they are. And I feel like, and I say this a lot, sorry to cut you off, but to me, I feel like it's the cars that should do all the talking.
Right.
If anybody in our world has something to say, I think that it should be the cars because they are the stars. Mm-hmm. And without the cars, we don't have anything to synergize with. We have no culture. So the cars need to be the thing that do all the talking, not me, not anybody else. And so humility to me is like one of the highest, most endearing qualities. So kudos to you, Kyle, and to David. And thank you for having David, or giving us David, or helping us get David. I don't know how to say that. But we thank you.
We adopted David.
So David.
However,
you go ahead.
However, the universe brought you, David. I'm glad.
However,
it was Trisha in the comments. Thank you.
So David came here to do body and paint. David came here to do body work, primarily body work. And he's got this skill set and he's got this training and he comes to our shop and all of a sudden I am like buried in metalwork. Like I'm just like buried in fab. I'm like, man, you know, like, what do you think? He's like, yeah, I haven't done that for a while. I'd love to do that. And so the entire time that he's been here, and it's been months, he hasn't done any body work. He's just metalwork all day, every day, the whole time.
Neat paints it. No, Neat fixes the rust repair. Neat pulls out. Like, he's incredible, and he's so, like, his attention to detail is nuts. Like,
he's addicted.
I love it. I think it's great, and he's his communication's great. I don't know what you're teaching at the school, but it's wonderful. I just want to say that.
He's a good guy, too.
Great guy.
As a human being,
but
he's a damn good dude.
Yeah, but, like, good attracts good.
You know, you guys were saying about being humble, and you know, you talking about that you gravitate towards that kind of thing. It's that whole adage that my dad always told me growing up was those who do don't, and those who don't do. You know, it's like keep your eyes and ears open and your mouth shut, and you're gonna learn. You keep yapping, you get nothing.
I think about like how many people out there that are like talking about what they're gonna do, right? And there's other people who are just doing.
Just go out and do it.
Well, you're so busy doing. You don't have time to talk about yourself. If someone acknowledges you, hey, Kyle Martin, hey, Trisha, you guys are amazing. Can we talk about this? It's probably 10 times better because you're like, oh, I was busy doing my thing. Yeah, okay, I'll come hang out. But because you're so focused on what is important to you, being a pinstriper, being a painter, like all of these things, but you're busy being busy. You're busy doing it. Like you don't have time to talk about it. Like, so thanks, guys.
Exactly.
Man, so time's flying here. I'm sorry.
Sorry, real quick. My dad's a huge influence on me, Robert Martin, and he's still alive. He's still with us, and he always said, "Let your work speak for you," you know. And if your work speaks for you, you don't have to say anything. You know,
volume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That whole
Yeah.
thing-
Thank you, Robert.
So
Yeah.
good.
Silence is deafening, so to speak. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm getting it from our
Sponsors.
producer over here. We got to take a quick break. I do want to say something about our sponsors. New Belgium Beer out of Colorado. We love your beer. We love your beer. It's good stuff. Thank you for sending it over. And we're going to take a quick break. We will be back here in a moment. And thank you all again for listening to the Custom Culture Rodcast, brought to you by Old School Rods and Car Culture Lux magazines. Hey y'all, this is Double Deuce, the voice of Custom Culture Rodcast. Do your part to keep print media alive. Head on over to murphospublishing.com. You can subscribe to both magazines, Car Culture Deluxe and Old School Rods. Do your part, as everyone should. Keep print media alive. Subscribe today.
Add it to my list.
Nobody can talk with Shelby in the room. It's the Shelby Show.
Oh my.
Oh my, that's mean, man.
Are we on?
We're supposed to be. Oh shit, sorry.
Welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Custom Culture Rodcast, brought to you by Old School Rods and Car Culture Lux magazines. We are still here in Buda, Texas. Still 107 degrees, still sitting next to Murpho, still got Shelby, and we have Keith and Trisha still on the line. Y'all there?
Still here.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
we're
go.
still here. Yep.
Good. All right. Trisha, during the break, you were bringing up something, and I had to cut you off because I wanted to make sure we got you on tape. What were you
Oh
saying?
boy. Well, it's about the world famous part in Kyle Martin's name. As you guys can hear, he's very humble, and he would never give himself that name. It's actually world famous Kyle Martin on Instagram, in case you guys want to follow him. And
Yes,
Thank you. Yes,
plug.
everybody
Thank
should
you.
follow Kyle.
I have to be his cheerleader because he doesn't really like to promote as much as he probably should. And I'm taking it upon myself to be his little cheerleader in the corner, like always. So, but yeah, so world famous comes from our friend Jessica Bruns. She actually gave him that name because he is so humble. She, I think, did it on purpose because he took forever to create an Instagram account for himself, and she actually set the account up for him, which was kind of funny. So it's kind of like an inside joke, but if you know, you really do know that Kyle, I mean, technically he is world famous because his stuff is overseas now across the, everywhere and
That's awesome.
published everywhere in the magazine. So
Exactly. He's in 13 countries
And-
right now.
yeah, he really is world famous now. But that was just kind of a little thing I had to mention that because he would never call himself world famous intentionally.
We're
At home, he's probably walking around in his boxers with a cape and a crown on, going, "I'm world famous."
Oh yeah,
And doing like the elbow wave.
yep.
Where did that
Yep.
build end up overseas? I'm curious. And what is it?
It was. Do you remember, babe? It was the Studebaker pickup that it was
Oh, yeah.
shown. Yeah.
You guys, I believe, ran that real recently. It was Micah Hope's 55 Studebaker pickup.
Oh yeah.
Studi.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's light blue, metallic, and that was another car or truck I was lucky enough to be a part of, and
He did a big part of it. Let's just say that. He's not
And,
going to say that, but I
Yes,
will.
Trisha. Yes. She's like,
and shortly after it went to Grand National. It went to the Suede Hall, but it picked up a bunch of club picks and awards and stuff, which was cool. And then not too long after that, the owner sold it, and I believe it went to the UK. So,
Nice.
so
Australia, I thought. No, I don't know.
no, it was
Anyways.
the UK.
Okay. Well, now it's overseas, and now we never get to see it over here unless it's published. So it was just a stunning truck in person, and the pictures don't really do it justice. You have to see that truck in person. Unfortunately, I wish we could see it now, but yeah.
if anyone
well done.
sees it, tag the Custom Culture Rodcast, the world famous Kyle Martin,
Yeah.
and Trisha. We want to see your pictures
Oh, yeah.
like, in real life.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
Gorgeous. That's just one of the few that he's done.
That's a Studebaker pickup, which is just cool.
So another segue. I wish that we recorded the middle in between the breaks because it's probably more entertaining.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why we turn off.
I
for
know
that.
it gets really good when you have no pressure on you.
Yeah.
So there's a joke here at the shop. As a female in a very male industry, Trisha Turner knows this well, I'm assuming. And so there's a joke that being two of 14 people in the shop, so Car Culture Deluxe and Old School Rods is produced in the office of the shop of Murpho's Rods and Customs, where we record this podcast. So everyone imagines this visual of us being hot rod, and it's this beautiful industry where we have someone upstairs that does advertising and someone that does marketing and someone that sits down at the receptionist. No. All of those people are me or Sarah or Conrad. Very small.
Sitting at this very table.
Very acquainted family here. So
All right.
there is a joke that Sarah and I are too feral to be in any other industry because we've been so adapted to this like street cat life. Like we are not indoor cats, okay? We are women in a very male industry, and it's funny how it's gotten to the point where we joke that we couldn't be in any other design or photography field because they wouldn't accept us at this point. They'd be like, you are doing too much. HR is all over you. There is no taking you. No amount of money. Like you're a liability. So we're laughing because I was like, Trisha, do you feel feral? Maybe it's just me and Sarah, but maybe not.
Trisha said no.
Hey, she's a pinstriper, okay? Like female pinstriper established.
I know what you're saying. I actually, some time ago, I used to work in a body shop, and it was all male dominated. I actually did color matching, but that was just at a production shop. It wasn't like a custom shop or anything. And you get all kinds of shit for people, and I don't know. It takes a certain kind of person to deal with men's attitudes sometimes, I guess, when you know that you can do the job that they do. If not, I don't want to say better, but you can do it just as good as they can. So
or you can say better, because sometimes that's just the case it is.
And just, okay, as a woman, you always want to over deliver. Like you always feel like you're expected to do more, or, like unless you're Kyle Martin, you're going to be very humble. Kyle Martin is a very small fraction of it, but here's the thing, at the end of the day, like you just naturally are raised to be like very polite, or I want to just keep going, or no, yes, thank you, blah blah blah. So like there is an attention to detail that's established just in your nature. So when you go into creative industries, do you feel the need to like over deliver because you're a woman, or because of your own expectations?
I think a little of both. Like really, like I mean, we're our own worst critics, so I feel like every time if I do a job or something, I step back and I can see my own flaws, and I think that's like, it's kind of like I don't know. That's just something that I have to deal with. I think still I'm trying to look past some of this stuff and just appreciate the job that I got to do, but sometimes I can't, and I go back and I look at pictures and I'm like, damn, I should have done this better or this better, and it's, yes, I do want to do better than the guys sometimes, but at the same time, it's like I'm always trying to do better for myself.
Well, that's the thing, and you're the only person in the world that would see those flaws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like everyone
I don't know about that.
Oh my gosh, those are perfect, and you turn around and go,
sidebar, Scotty Chops was saying something very similar.
Yeah.
Murph and him were kind of going back and forth about how, like, I'm always going to see, like, this light line, or maybe someone will interpret it different, but, like, Murph, you can speak on it, like, as a painter, metal shaper, everything, like, you probably have moments where you're like, this is complete crap, but, like, you've invested so much time that you feel like, no, I need to make this right, I need to, like, make it better.
Well, and it's a double-edged sword, too, because sometimes you're so much of your own worst critic that you're hyper critic and you're being too hard on yourself, and it's not perceived like that to anybody else, but to you, and you're kind of doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say something too. I'm gonna change hats here for a second as like an employer, and I don't know who like all knows this out in the world, but I very definitely support women in our industry and am 100% behind girls being involved in custom culture, to the point where our publishing company and these magazines that we're supporting here today are 100% other than myself run and built and created by girls. Women.
Yeah.
And the content that's put out. I mean, you guys choose everything. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, the collaboration.
Murpho's Publishing 100% is really primarily the two lady publishers, Sarah and Shelby, but who's supporting us and doing the other end of this is Sabina Kelly, who's been a huge part of our magazine for years. We talked a little bit, in this episode about her start and so forth. But what we do on a daily to produce these magazines is all female produced, basically, other than me.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like getting to a point where it is a good old boys club, and that's fine, but there is a point where like you have to be inclusive and not to be political. It's not trying to do the most, but there, you know what? You can't just have a woman as a photo ornament. You have someone like Trisha who's killing it as a pinstriper, and you recognize her as an individual, not as a woman. Exactly. She's good for a woman. Because you wouldn't say that about Kyle, right? Or you wouldn't say that about Murph. So it's just,
he's kind of a nice hood ornament in my opinion too.
She's like, I married him.
I know. Well, I got to marry him.
Oh, thank you.
Well, and you guys are so cute.
Well, thank you.
I also feel this way about the car shop. Like I am all about like the idea that anybody can be in this car shop and do as good of a job as anybody else. And I feel like, honestly, and I'm going to change subjects in a second, but I feel honestly like there shouldn't really be a differentiation at all.
No, if you're good, you're good. Like if you're gonna kill it,
it's all about the work speaking for itself.
Just deliver.
Exactly, the work has to speak for itself. Definitely.
Yeah.
Sidebar: how did y'all meet? We haven't touched on this crossing of stars aligning and paths. Like, I mean, you don't have to get into nitty gritty, but like, let us know.
You really want to know? Okay. Kyle Martin, do you want to start? You can start.
Oh, she said, Kyle, you can tell the story.
Please do tell
Kyle. She just told you, so Kyle, you do it.
Okay. Well.
The year one.
He's so comfortable doing this.
He's like, I hate all of you. I'll never do a podcast again.
Yeah. No, I had broken up with an ex, with a girlfriend, and I had saw on Facebook that Trish was going to be at a Good Guys show in Pleasanton, California, pinstriping. Nice. Yeah. So in some respect, I guess I was being a creep a little bit, but but I'm still a gentleman. I didn't just slide into her DMs or whatever the kids are saying nowadays.
Robert would be proud.
Yeah, I said, you know what, I want to meet this gal. So I got in my 53 Ford. I loaded up a bunch of pinstripe panels and stuff that I had done and painted and everything, and headed for Pleasanton. I called the lady, Phoenix, that put the pinstripe panel thing on, and
there's also another amazing pinstriper. Just had to note.
Nice.
Yes.
Phoenix.
Yes.
What's the handle?
Shelby's taking notes.
Phoenix. I can't remember her full handle on Instagram, but her name's Carrie, and she's an amazing artist too, and super awesome. So, anyways, go ahead.
Yes, and at that time she was hosting these panel jams at the Good Guys. And so I asked her, luckily I knew her, and she said, yeah, come on out. And so I showed up, walked in, started unloading my stuff, and then, of course, lost all my nerve. I saw her there, I saw the beautiful redhead of my dreams right there, but I couldn't, come up with any words. So I just started unloading my stuff. And then from there, she made the next move, and she can take the story from there.
Well, I mean, I like to think that, if I'm doing a panel jam or something, I want to know all the artists that are in my vicinity if I'm there and I'm set up, and I want to be able to talk to everybody that's there, like Shelby was saying, like, it's a very male dominated type industry still. Like, even though there's tons of women out there who do striping, it's very few and far between in a local show that you actually get another girl there. So anyways, I wanted to reach out to all the stripers, and I wanted to interact. And I saw him, like, I'd been going to panel jams for, I don't know, probably about 3 years or maybe 4 years at that time. And this is the first show I actually saw him at, and I was like, who's this guy? I've never seen him before, but he was he was already on my Facebook, and I didn't even know it because his profile picture was his car, and he never put a picture of himself on there. So I interacted with him. I said, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Trisha." And he's all, "Oh yeah, I'm Kyle Martin. I'm actually on your Facebook." And I said, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are." Oh man, I felt like such a jerk after that. But anyways, it was just a bunch of back and forth, and then ultimately, yes, he slid into my DM, but that was like a week later.
Wait, okay, so back up. He wasn't the world famous Kyle Martin yet.
But
He wasn't.
didn't have an
he became
Instagram.
the world.
Yeah, when he
He
met
didn't- he
I'm
didn't-
just kidding. Just kidding.
Just
Yeah,
pre-Instagram.
he didn't have an Instagram at that point,
Oh,
so
my
he wasn't
goodness.
famous. He was just Kyle Martin. So
What?
I don't know. And
Timeline.
kind of-
Just when was this?
Oh, I met him in about late 2013.
Okay.
So it's been a few years, and then we started officially dating in 2014. I think it was 2014, beginning of 2014. So there's that, and then I just have to say, like, I shot with his brother's car before I even met him, which was kind of interesting. It was
Small
a
world.
car.
Scandalous.
Yeah, it was at another Pleasanton Good Guys show, and I think it was a couple shows before the one I met him at, and I was doing a shoot with Mitzi and Co., who's another amazing photographer that works for you guys, and we saw his brother's car roll in, and it's a what year is it, sweetheart?
58 Plymouth Savoy.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, and
uh,
it's a gorgeous
kinda
car.
looking car. Oh my goodness.
Gorgeous
Yeah.
car, and it's got this really rich, beautiful blue color with lighter blue scallops on it. It's really killer. Kyle painted it, of course, and he pinstriped it, and I had no idea that the guy I was about to meet in that car was Kyle's brother. So it was kind of like 6 degrees of separation the whole time, and it was I'd like to say that we were destined to meet each other at some point or another through this scene, this very small scene. So,
So cute.
yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's adorable. That's a great
No, and then-
story. Also, love that you
and
shot
then-
on his brother's car, not knowing he's like
I
painted.
know.
And this is
And
your
then that-
future husband.
And it's funny because that magazine article, because his car got published in your magazine, I think it was probably a month or two after we started dating. And I'm all, "Oh, look, I'm with your brother's car."
I've seen the
before I even
feature.
met you.
Yeah.
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 Pretty killer. I mean, it's a very small picture of me, but the car, like you were saying, the car is the feature, and it's a
Right.
pretty amazing.
The car is the star.
Gorgeous.
The car is always
Yeah.
the star.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Cute.
Wow, thanks for
Love
sharing that, you guys.
connection. Thank you guys for
It's
sharing that.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculously cute, I must say.
I love it. I love it. And you guys are now married, like flash forward, successful, beautiful people in
Yeah.
this industry.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to marry him in October, last
Oh.
October.
Congratulations.
I was-
y'all.
I was the
Thank you.
lucky one. I consider myself the lucky one. But
Mm.
I will say to y'all that I consider you both to be very lucky to have
Good
the
people.
relationship that you have. It's something that we all are aware of, and that I think of them as being like one of the strongest like couples in custom culture. Like,
Oh yeah,
they're
just
amazing.
it's very organic too. Like you guys, your pairing, just knowing you, like going
Yeah.
to shows and stuff, and like the features, but very humble and very hardworking.
And I do want to say to you guys, as a couple, thank you so much for your undying support that you have consistently given to us since we've been here. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
you're welcome.
Like
Yeah.
very early on, like pre-rebrands.
Yeah.
Like you guys have just been so sweet.
Steadfast.
Yes.
Very loyal.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
I think I'm
awesome.
about ready to renew my subscription too. Actually, I got an alert, so I have to do that.
Well, call or email Miss Shelby, and
Call
she'll
me,
give
girl.
you
I
a
gotcha.
discount.
Oh yeah,
It's very
Yeah.
easy.
And we had an amazing conversation in Vegas when we saw you this year at Viva, and
Yeah.
we got to stand and talk and have a very heartfelt conversation back and forth that was very heartfelt by me, and I again know how genuine you both are, and I just think you guys are awesome. I think you're amazing, and it's great. I just I don't know. I'm just like,
He's geeking so hard. Okay, so we're recording this as a video as well. So just skip to this part, and Murph's like stoked. He's so excited. Also, we're gonna get a goosebump cam because this is a very consistent theme. Not because it's just he's not just giving the goosebumps away. He's genuinely so involved. Juice loves it.
It should be the deuce bump cam.
Oh,
no.
Gorgeous. Sorry, Deuce. You're really in this now. You're invested.
Gosh. You guys are part of the downfall right now.
No, we're part of. We're going uphill. Thank you. No. So what do you guys have going on right now? Are you going to like any shows, or what's coming up for the Machins?
Well, the next show that we're actually going to attend, I believe, is Midnight Mass in Woodland, California. It's put on by the Poor Boys Car Club. That's at the end of July. So that's coming up in, I think, about 30 days, actually, 1 month from now. So, yeah. And then, Kyle Martin, what do you have going on?
She's booked and busy.
I mean,
besides
him coming with me.
Yeah, I have the same things going on. That's part of our great relationship is that we do a lot of the same things together, and as cliche or cheesy as it sounds, we do enjoy the same activities. You know.
How about what do you have going on in the shop right now?
That's what I wanted you to answer.
Oh, okay. So not shows, but what I have going on. I've got some great cars in the shop right now. Jarek Thompson, who has the brown 57 Ford that you guys shot.
Yes, very nice man.
Recently, yeah. He also is currently doing a 49 Ford shoebox project, and that I'm a part of. Yeah,
we're friends on Instagram. I think we're close.
Yeah.
We had it. We had a lot of rust repair to do on it, a lot of metal work to do. We got through most of that. We sent it over to a guy in Vallejo, very talented guy named Matt Surrett, and he chopped it. And we did a real subtle chop on it. It is only 2.5 inches out of the front, and then a little bit more in the rear. And we were really just trying to do like an exercise in correcting the proportions of a shoebox. You know, we've all seen them really chopped and super hammered, you know, and that looks great, but we thought let's do one that's just a little bit more mild, and just kind of go through the whole car and change the elements that we don't love and keep the ones that we do, like the bullet nose grill. We're keeping that. Not shaving the taillight spears off like some people do. We're leaving those. I think those are a big part of the car.
Yeah,
we're going to do. We want to leave the character that's there, but also do a nice mild treatment to it. So that one's super cool, and that's in the works. And then I'm also doing a more of a budget style project for a friend of ours, Andrea Alamon. She's we're doing a 53 Mercury that I actually got from Matt Surrett, and started putting it back together and everything. And it's just it's kind of you guys probably remember it, the Paso Robles days, late 90s, early 2000s, kind of when the resurgence got going. I definitely have I romanticize that period in my head. So those were fun times.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, exactly. So this car is kind of a nod to that. It's just a satin finish. Did kind of a fadeaway style satin finish paint job on it. It's still kind of rough. It's a little rough around the edges, but
still beautiful.
Yeah, mild custom. It's for her, and so it's she already has a name for it and everything, and it's just kind of, that one's kind of special because she's super excited about it, and I really do enjoy doing cars for females as well, because they they actually love to do soft colors and pastels a lot of the time, and I love like the Zoki style cars with those soft pearls and pastels and things. So from the 90s era, into the 2000s. Yeah. So I like being able to blend those things together and come up with something that's definitely kind of the definition of what people were doing in the late 50s with you customize the car, but you weren't just customizing for custom's sake. You were customizing to personalize the car and make it yours, so it didn't look like everybody else was in the lot. So that's this one's. I mean, we try to do that with all of them. Obviously, you definitely want the personal expression of the owner in there. But also a tradition in the box of traditional late 50s custom. So that's kind of where that one falls, and it's a fun one.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
That's
really cool. I can't believe it.
Again,
I can't believe it.
here we are again. I'm getting the call from them saying, "Hey, we gotta wrap this up."
You're getting hooked. Stage left.
I could have sworn we just started.
We did just start.
We gotta get you guys on again, man, because this is fun. I enjoyed talking to y'all.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah,
Super
man.
All right, hey guys, if people want to get, like, Keith, and we'll start with you. If people want to get a hold of you or
Kyle.
I'm sorry, Kyle.
Okay, he's world famous. Let's back up.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I was just reading the thing, and the guy's name was Keith, and I just closed the magazine.
Kyle Martin.
And it's Kyle, and I apologize. My gosh, this is being filmed.
No problem.
Oh, you're fired. Just kidding.
Kyle, when you see me, you get one free dig, buddy.
We can't fire Deuce.
I'll take it.
Can't fire Deuce.
Anyway, Kyle, if people want to get a hold of you and look at your gear, or they got something that they want you to do, how can they get a hold of you?
There's a website. It's martincolorandstyle.com that has merch on it and everything else. My Instagram is world famous Kyle Martin, and then that's about it. So
I love that one. I was waiting for you. I just want to hear you say it
Louder.
Yeah,
because you're like, I can tell in the background you're like going, "Got it. I gotta say it." Okay, my Instagram is the world famous.
Yeah, I know.
Too late. He's in too deep. He can't change it now.
Exactly.
He cannot change it.
There forever. Hey, and Trisha, if people want to get a hold of you, they got something they want to pinstripe, do whatever. What you got, man?
Yeah. Actually, really quick for Martin Martin Color and Style. Color is with a K. Just an FYI.
Okay,
so
perfect.
If you're trying to find, Martin Color and Style with a K. So that's Kyle's website. And then I have my Instagrams. I have Comet Girl 62. That's my personal Instagram where you can see everything. And then I have a Sunny's page because I do sunglasses. I sell sunglasses on my Sunny's page that are pinstriped. They're hand pinstriped. So it's Comet Girl Sunny's, and pretty straightforward on that. And then I also have my Facebook, which is Trisha Martin. So pretty simple, straightforward.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, thank you so much for agreeing to be on the show. It's been great talking to you guys, man. I'm looking forward to doing it again already. We're not even done with this one. I'm ready to do it again, man. This is
For real.
Ready for more.
I just want to, in parting words, tell you all that I have nothing but love and respect and support for you all. Appreciate you to the nth degree, and I wish you both the best in everything you do.
Absolutely.
Yes, we appreciate what you guys are doing for print magazines and for the culture and stuff. We appreciate you all very, very much too. Thank you.
Well, we are trying our guts out.
Yeah, we are. Remember, everybody out there, keep print media alive. That's what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
We're gonna cut it out. So hey, for Double Deuce, for Murpho,
Thank you, Deuce.
for Shelby,
Hey guys, bye.
we thank you all again for tuning in to the Custom Culture Rodcast, brought to you by Old School Rods and Car Culture Lux magazines. Good night.